like mad shows. I be traveling a lot. I go out the country like once a month. I still be, you know.
That's
You
great
find
to hear.
that outside of the country, they appreciate hip hop more than they do right now?
Absolutely, because they're studying it, like they're real students and appreciate it, and it's not, you know, it's not every day that you walk down a New York street and just run into this one and that one. So yeah, when you come over there, it's like they roll out the red carpet for you, and they, you know, and they got their, you know, they got their respective lanes. Of course, they, you know, they got the kid crowd that appreciates all the commercial stuff and the stuff that they hear on the, you know, that breaks through the mainstream stuff. But they really like the 90s. They really like the boom bap. They really like the underground. Like they just love that. That's like hip hop to them. They all want vinyl. You know, they at the merch table, like, you have vinyl? I'm like, no, man, I ain't pack a bunch of vinyl in a suitcase. Get this t-shirt, get this thumb drive, like, but nah, they really, you know, they really soak all of that up. Collector's items, like all my shows, they come with they'll have the vinyl, they'll have their CDs, they got the cassette tapes that, you know, to sign. It's like, that's dope. That's
dope.
super dope.
What do you attribute that to?
I attribute it to really just them being, you know, it's a fascination that that they just love and appreciate. And I think now, before the days of social media where everything goes out to the world that day, you know, you put something out in the States, they probably not hearing it overseas for another 6 months. So oftentimes, or, you know, for a while, by the time you got there, like you could have something that came out last year, by the time you get overseas, it's brand new, hot off the press. They just now getting it and hearing it. So it's, you know, to them, you're Jay-Z.
Wow. Yeah.
And they, you know, they just students of the culture.
They love hip hop.
Yeah.
I used to travel for battles. Like, I used to be like, damn, yo, I got kicked out of high school. I just landed someplace where English ain't even the primary language.
Right.
And all these niggas about to say my slogan with me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
don't speak a lick of English.
A lick of English. Yep. Well, if I go right now, he's like, finally. God, it's better time. You know what I mean? I'm being like, yo, this is crazy.
And we'll recite your music word for word. In English.
Clearly.
In English.
This is amazing. It's amazing. And they have the choice of this or what's happening now. And it just seems like hip hop is just like that thing for them. You know what I mean?
Plus, not everybody's a rapper.
Right. I think that's, you know, I think that's a big part of it too. Like here, there's an oversaturation. If you're, you know, if you're putting on shows, if you're in a promoter business, the promoters are focused on who's doing the numbers right now, who's gonna, you know, who's gonna pack it out right now. Over there, they just want to hear their favorite rappers sing their favorite songs. So it's, you know, it's a different appreciation of it. And also, I would say the fact that they are kind of outside of the culture looking in. Like think about it like this. Think about the black kids in Black history that's getting C's, but the white kids are getting A's. Because it's like, it's not
interesting to them.
Like, we're not really doing the homework because we live it. We know this already. So we're kind of taking these classes for granted. Like, you don't gotta tell me about Martin Luther King. I mean, who in here can recite the I Have a Dream speech?
Right.
But, you know.
I can. Nobody else?
Oh, Good for you.
I could.
Wait, I did this test. I had this test before, and me and Jamar failed it. Shouts out, Lord Jamar. We did a episode like trying to get everybody to recite it, and then it was like, no, it's not that speech, it's the other speech. So then he started saying it, and we both ended up with free at last. I'm like, wait, why are we all ending all the speeches with free at last? But I say all of that to say, when it's yours,
Right.
you take it for granted.
Right.
If you're an outsider, you're studying it through a different lens.
Right.
And
And this is why most New York artists pop outside of New York.
exactly.
Real shit.
That's exactly how it goes.
Now, where were we at? We were
Crew etiquette.
Crew etiquette.
Crew etiquette.
Okay, so you're on flip mode.
Me bullying the flip mode in the sessions.
Right.
I love them.
You bullied everybody?
I put it like this. I didn't respect the pecking order. I wanted to come out. I'm like, I done been through too many crews. I waited far too long. I don't care if I'm the last person here.
Right.
My shit got to go now.
Right.
So when we're working on the Flip Mode album and we release the double A side, Everybody on the Line Outside consists of Rampage, Bus, and Lord. And Baby Sham, myself, and Spliff, we're on Cha Cha Cha. Now, everybody expected Everybody on the Line Outside to go because that's the record that Busta's on. But Cha 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 was the record that ended up taking off. And the standout verse on Cha Cha Cha, Digga Digga, birthday Rashida. Like that, I don't know what it was about that, but that became, I don't know, that line.
Yeah, I said it as soon as you walked in the door.
Yeah, that's how people greet me. Even like, the general public when they do the voice and everything.
Yeah.
Oh snap, digga digga. I be looking at them like, that's what I sound like to y'all. That's what you hear. that's what I sound like in your ears.
Yeah.
That was the line that caught everybody, and then there came a demand for like, nah, we need that Digga album, and I kind of
Skip the line.
I skipped the line with that one, and it was just mad stuff that I would do. Like I was just hungry. Like Busta would be in the studio playing around on the beat machine, and I would do stuff. It's like I know how to get this nigga. Like, yo, that's the beat you working on? Let me see that. I take it home. I came back with Curtains, which is on my album. That was a Busta Rhymes track, but that was just him playing around in the corner. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make sure this nigga know I mean business. You got a beat? I'm gonna get on it.
Right.
The song, what we rocking to next? All right, my verse done. I go first. It be times where they be like, you can't go first on every record, dig. I know you finish your verse first. You can't start off every record. So, I was that person in Flip Mode.
Did you ever have to battle anybody from Flip Mode? Like, did you ever battle in studio, Busta?
I never battled anybody in Flip Mode, but that's what we did as the Outsiders. That was your way of, kind of like getting jumped in, like getting battled in. That's and I battled Slang and I beat Slang. That's how I became the Outsider.
Wow.
And I was going off the head, and he was giving his illest such and such, and at some point, like, I just started going off the head. I'm not the best with the going off the head. Like I prefer to write because I just I want my verse to be the best possible, and you don't rap the best possible off the head. So but I don't know. At some point, because Slang, anybody rest in peace, Slang. Anybody know Slang from my crew? Like he showed promise, and he was murdered back then before my album dropped. But he was that dude. And that's how I got into Outsiders, battling slang. So so to answer your question, I never actually battled anybody in flip mode because they weren't that, you know, they
weren't
weren't
like
those.
that.
Yeah, they
It wasn't like that.
yeah, it wasn't like that. Like Spliff was just fresh to death. Baby
Yeah.
Shan was Queensbridge.
Right.
Rampage was hype,
Yeah.
and Busta was just a workhorse. And I'm you know, and I'm the nicest. I'm the nicest. So
Right.
you know, it was that kind of element.
I'm
But
shocked you and Lord didn't bump heads over who's the nicest title.
well.
Ah, here we go.
We didn't actually, I don't think we bumped heads out loud, but there was definitely some underlying stuff because Lord was slated to go first and he had a record out. He had Paint Your Face out. So he was, you know, he was getting ready to go. But Digga Digga Birthday and Rashia happened. And it was, you know, it was what it was. And, you know, that wasn't like bragging rights for me because Lord was really Lord and I have history way before Flip Mode. Like we were signed to Hit Squad together. Like he was actually down with, you know, the whole, yeah, he was, I'm not sure if he was signed to DOS. He might have been signed to DOS too. Like he was, you know, that was my introduction to him. And then fast forward to Lyricist Lounge. Like he was, you know, he was a mainstay in Lyricist Lounge. So we've always crossed each other's paths. And now here we are in Flip Mode. I'm sure he probably was looking at me like, damn, I can't shake this bitch. I'm coming, nigga, I'm coming.
Right.
And you know, some things got back to me. Some things, you know, that was said got back to me. But I mean, you know, I took it with a grain of salt. It was just like, oh word, watch this.
Yeah.
I got you.
You keep it moving.
You ain't never coming out. Nah, that's my bro, man. I love Lord. I love him. No, we definitely stop, man. Stop.
You did it.
I know, right? You can only use what I give you, right?
How about that?
Oh shit.
No,
right.
I mean, you know, for me, it was definitely like, I don't know, it's like, it's my time. It's
Right.
my time. I've been doing this for too long. I can't join another clique.
Right.
Like this has to work, and I gotta go now.
What was the holdup with Flip Mode? Because, you know, from Disaster Strikes to just every Busta album, it was always a coming soon. But it just didn't happen. What was the holdup? What was stopping Flip Mode from just, okay, Busta, now this person, now this person, now this person? Why wasn't that happening?
So, Dirty Harriet dropped in 2000. And the next Busta album came. I don't think it was Genesis or I forget what the next
ELE.
album was after that.
Yeah.
Anarchy.
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 Okay,
Anarchy.
Anarchy. And at some point, Busta started beefing with Sylvia. Like, I want to say he wasn't feeling how they treated my project. I mean, I thought they did a great job with me. I mean, it wasn't like topping Billboard charts, but I personally didn't expect that because I'm an underground girl at heart. Like
Right.
the fact that I got Flex to drop a bomb on a record was like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Like I never expected that. Like I literally went into the situation wanting a whole Pete Rock and Primo album. Like that was my vision. I wanted Primo to do all side A. I wanted Pete Rock to do all side B. Like that was my vision.
Right.
And
That's crazy.
I still have
insane.
fantasies about that. What that album would have been like. That was what I wanted. But you know, now Busta is a MTV superstar. So I still have to produce hits for the label.
Right.
I think once he started, I think once he did his album, he wasn't, at some point he just, Elektra just started leaving a bad taste in his mouth. So I remember him calling, when he called me and told me he was going to make a move. I was out in Vancouver shooting 13 Ghosts at the time. Cause I got right into movies after my album. So and he told me he was gonna make this move, and he was like, it might take a minute, might get held up in red tape, or can you sustain if I do that? Like, nigga, I'm out here shooting movies. Do what you gotta do.
Right.
I don't know if he had that conversation with everybody else, but he definitely had it with me.
Right.
I believe he just wanted the best crew situation, because I know he was going to different labels, say maybe this label might have only wanted this person and that person. This label only wanted this person and that person. This label only wanted Busta.
Right.
So he was trying to find the best situation for all 6 of us,
Right.
which ended up being J Records, which didn't take place until about 2003. But in that time span, we had recorded a whole nother Flipmode album. And I wish, it's unfortunate that album didn't get to come out, because I think people would have looked at Flipmode completely different. Like this was the album where everybody was gonna get to shine. Like it wasn't just all 6 of us rapping for 8 bars on one song. Like Sham from Queensbridge, he did Hey Young World over with Nas and Slick Rick. Ramp had a song with Snoop. I had a song with Pink and another song with MC Lyte. Spliff had a song with Bilal. Like it was really go time.
Yeah.
And that album got caught up in that. But we were able to throw the finesse. We were able to get the advance from that album from Flipmode and J Records. So like J Records bought the album, and we ended up getting another advance from J. So we had like a double Christmas that year.
Right.
And J Records, now we're on J Records. I wasn't the happiest about J Records. I'm thinking like, oh shit, we about to go to Def Jam. We about to be somewhere else. And J Records, at the time, all I can remember thinking was, J Records, American Idol, Alicia Keys. Like I only was thinking R&B. The only thing that was going on at that time, though, I think Swiss had a situation at J, and Cassidy had I'm a Hustler. He had
Full Surface was under
right. So it was like that gave me some solace. Like, okay, I'm like Cassidy, we kind of like-minded MCs. I'm like, okay, I think I'll be all right.
Right.
So I ended up doing I agreed to do the solo there, and I'm working on my second album, and then there was like the big label purge in like 2003, where like all the labels just kind of consolidated, all the black music departments that existed were no more. Now it's just these 3. These 3 labels, and we ain't survived the purge. Like we just all got the boot, and I believe they got wind of him trying to creep over the Aftermath.
Oh, so
Like while Party and Bullshit is on the radio ringing, and I'll never forget Tracy. Like, we want to add Party and Bull to rotation. Like they added it to rotation before J Records even really kicked in marketing dollars. They just loved it so much. They was like, I remember standing outside of Hot and Tracy, who was, you know, running at the time for Ebro, was like, if I add this, are y'all pushing this record? Are y'all shooting a video for this? Like, is this the record? Cause I'll add it, you know, but y'all gotta be on your way with that one. Like, yeah, you got it. It got added to rotation and everything. And then we all lost our deals. But I had a song in rotation, so it was like, you know, I did the best we could, you know. I'm like, damn, but that sucked, like, damn. Cause now my second album, that was like who wasn't on that album? I had Fab on the album. We were gonna use the Pink song from the crew. You know, I had a song with Light and the song with Pink that was gonna go on the album. Shit, man, I had so many. I had Mary on the record.
Wow.
I had no, that was when I started my mixtape track. I ended up doing a joint with Kim, but yeah, it's so many. I don't know if I pull up the track list, like, God damn, such and such, such and such. Everybody, No ID, you know, you name it, all type. Ghostface was on my intro. Me and Ghostface was my intro, produced by No ID. Like, this album was crazy.
Wow.
And yeah, and it ended up getting shelved.
Wow.
And so that album got caught up in the red tape. So now we don't have a label. We don't have a budget to push. And in these times, you know, independent wasn't the wave.
Yeah.
Like, you had to have a label.
Some sort of money behind you. Something.
Right. So now we just going crazy on the mixtape circuit. And then, you know, 50 popularized, but before Wayne, 50 kind of popularized the making whole songs. Like, it was one thing, like a lot of us would just do like freestyles
over
or
somebody
one
else's
verse or
joint.
something. Right. But 50 really popularized making a whole song, hook and all. So I did that for a couple of years, just and like clockwork. Every Monday it's Clue, every Tuesday it's Envy, DJ Enough, Rush Hour, Thursday, K Slay, and you know, I just did this, you know, for a couple of years. And then I got tired of that shit. I'm like, yo, I'm just wasting mad bars. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
So I kind of fell back. I got quiet.
Was this around the time that I felt like Lord Have was a little disgruntled?
Well, the thing with Lord, I feel like he just had a different vision for his artistry. Right. Like when we were in Mexico doing the cha-cha-cha video and stuff, you know, the guys, they dressed up as matadors. I got the senorita dress on. He wasn't feeling that. He you know, for the direction of where he's going, you know, he's the Dungeon Dragon. He's not trying to be in a video in a matador suit. So it was like his creative vision didn't align with Busta's, and oftentimes they would clash, and you know, I understand that. I understand that. Disgruntled is a harsh word. I never want to call an artist disgruntled because they don't see their vision going the way it should go.
What's the perfect word for it? Mad as hell.
Just taken aback. Maybe.
Taking it back.
Hoodwink, let it stray, run the book.
Bamboozled.
It's you know.
Uncooperative?
But are you uncooperative if you have a vision for your artistry and someone else's vision is overshadowing yours?
Yes. It doesn't assign blame. It doesn't say that you're right or wrong. Just says you're not cooperating. I'm uncooperative with how this is going.
How about unagreeable? Because uncooperative can have like a negative connotation.
All we're
to it.
really
Yeah.
discussing is creative differences at the end of the
Creative
day.
differences. See, that's like I would say that's the best way to put
Creative
it.
differences.
That's what we're discussing.
I feel like in those type of
Creative
situations,
differences.
I feel like the artist should like from the onset let the person know what it is, like what they're trying to do. Give it time, see what happens. If it
Why-
doesn't happen, then
why do you feel like
keep
they don't?
moving. I mean, how long did he stay around?
1, 2, things change.
Right.
Conditions change, the business change, the atmosphere change, the artists themselves change. What an album you were in love with today might be something you tired of hearing 2 weeks from now. Everybody starts going in different or starts feeling some kind of different way. And if I think that I know if I explained a set of circumstances to you when we first linked up and said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. And a month from now, all the conditions around where I set my parameters switch up, unbeknownst to you and out of my control. Did I lie to you? Because as an artist, you can see it as, yo, you told me we was doing
No,
X,
this-
Y, Z, and now it's 1, 2, and 3. You lied to me. I didn't lie to you, but if I wanted to get a better
Circumstances
situation,
changing. Right.
and now there's a level of mistrust because I said everything you said you was gonna do, I trusted you. And now we're not doing that no more.
Right.
So now I feel uneasy and you don't necessarily want to hear the explanation as to, no, bro, I'm not doing this to you on purpose. Like, look, it's not what it was.
Right. I can imagine the pressures because you're hearing it from your crew. You're hearing it from your family. You're hearing
the
it
label.
from the fans who are like, "Yo, I'm waiting for
And
this."
I can imagine him being pretty unhappy with me skipping a line.
Then there's that.
You know, there's that. There's I think there's
Low animosity.
I think there's
Low
that
animosity.
there were a few mitigating factors. And Busta also has a very strong personality in the studio.
Right.
Not everyone can swallow it. You understand?
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah.
that,
Oh,
yeah.
pause. I'm sorry. Pause.
that was crazy.
Pause. Pause.
That
Pause.
was kind of.
Pause.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we see him. We see him in the videos and camera and woo-ha. Everybody thinks Busta's woo-ha. Like, no, that man is a beast in the studio.
Right.
You know, there's been some pretty heated sessions. I mean,
What was the wildest session that you've been in with Busta?
Oof.
Everyone?
Nah.
Think of which
One in particular just popped in her head. Now she's thinking about whether she can tell the story.
No, you know what? I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. Okay, we had a very nasty fight one particular session. It got so nasty that the next day he went out and bought us all chains. It was it got nasty, and I feel bad because it happened on his birthday.
Ouch.
But it was just, it was just one of them things. But it got really nasty, and I felt that it got nasty, and we had company outside in the lounge, so everybody in the studio like,
Oh, shit.
holy shit. But yeah, I mean, I lost my shit. I guilty. I lost my shit, and it went down.
Studio etiquette out the window.
Yeah.
Sometimes things just boil, sometimes things just get to family fight. That's what,
Yeah.
family fight. I feel terrible that it happened on his birthday. I feel terrible that people outside of the circle had to witness that. Like that was, I didn't feel bad about what I was mad about. I felt terrible that people outside of the family had to witness
What was the
that.
fight over?
I want to say I might have had my daughter in the studio with me. It was one of those sessions that you know, if studio time is, we first of all, we had studio 7 days a week. Studio starts at this time every day. Somebody's always gonna be late. The session really don't start till 3 hours later by the time all 6 people show up. This was one of those nights I was on time, you know, I had my kid with me. I saw that, okay, we're really gonna do some work. And other people mad late. So I'm like, you know, I don't wanna keep my daughter here and the session is starting at 12. Cause I didn't mind bringing my baby to the studio. I always had L with me. And it take me 30 minutes to write a verse. So like I could do mine and be gone. But you know, there was times where nobody could leave till the whole song was done in case we needed, you know,
Change something.
right,
to
you
move
know,
something
moving
around.
parts. We
Right.
want to hear the whole song in totality. Might need you to cover fill in for this person or whatever the case may be. So I foresaw that this was going to be a long night, and I drove all the way to Jersey to take my kid home, and came all the way back. And when I came back, you know, he acted like he had an attitude, like I was the cause of the session being held up when I had been there for mad hours while other people was like mad late.
So,
And
so you dropped the dime.
and he you know, he made a gesture like he looked at his watch and he looked at me, he looked at his watch and proceeded to walk out the door. I'm like, where the fuck are you going? Like, where you think you going? I done drove all the way to Jersey and back. I paid tolls twice. Like, where you going?
Right.
And yeah, it just got ugly from there.
Wow.
That was the start of it. I mean, it was something small that could have been avoided. I think it was because I just did the whole drive to Jersey and back, and like, you know, I was just it was you know, it was on me. Like I was just annoyed at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm like, yeah, I know he trying to go to the club. It's his birthday and shit. So, you know, I'm like, nah, don't try to make me the excuse. You just want to go to the club for your birthday. But I wasn't thinking straight. I wasn't seeing it like that. I just, you know, I just took it as like, you know, you simping me. Like, I just did all that and
Do you feel like you was the hungriest in the whole group?
I think everybody was hungry in their own right. I feel like I was the hungriest as far as like the lyricist hungry. Like I'm sure everybody felt the same sense of urgency to
Right, but there's a difference, like all of our stomachs rumbling and, you know, one of us is willing to go outside and hunt some shit.
You are the hunter.
Yeah, I was hunting. I was on a hunt. I was definitely on the hunt. I was definitely on the hunt.
I think it shows in the result.
Yeah.
It's showing the result. Like when you look at Flipmode Squad and Buster spearheading it, who had the most success outside of Buster?
See,
The hungriest person.
Baby Sham was still a baby, so he pretty much followed the rules.
Right.
Like Spliff was good. Spliff outside of, you know, if Spliff never put out music, like he was still getting money doing shows with Bus.
Right.
Ramp, I mean now Ramp is a hustler. Ramp getting it every which way he can. And he's always, you know, he's always making music. Like Ramp is the guy that's gonna find the dope ass producer. Like he the motherfucker that will always come to the studio like, yo, like he introduced us to, you know, he's arguably responsible for megahertz. We ain't, you know, and like that was like Ramp discovered him.
Right.
You know, Ramp is always gonna find them producer cats. Like he's good for that. So I would say just in terms of like, yeah, I gotta get this record. I gotta, you know, I want the world to know it. That was me for sure.
Did you look at other camps and feel like damn, I wish my team was like that.
I would look at other camps. I would look at other camps and feel like, yes and no, because I don't think that Busta did anything less, than the other camp squad leaders, camp crew leaders.
Right.
Like
Not on bus, but like coming from the outsiders and then hearing the work ethic of, you showing up to the studio and like, okay, I know they ain't gonna be here for the next 3 hours. I know I'm frustrated.
But they had the work ethic. Like I ain't gonna put that on flip mode. Like everybody was in the studio. Like we was in that studio 8 to 10 hours, and sometimes 12. Like I used to have fights about falling asleep in the studio and stuff. Don't be falling asleep around niggas.
That's how he is.
Don't be falling asleep.
If you fall asleep in my session,
how
I'm gonna
man
do something to you.
Yo,
Letting you know.
don't say that.
I'll do something
Don't
to you.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
me.
don't allow it, he kick
And I'm gonna
people
put a
out.
cup on your head, and I'm gonna pour a whole bottle of juice into that cup.
Okay,
On your
see-
head, or
okay,
I'm gonna
see,
take a picture. I'm gonna do something's gonna happen to you.
Yo, I used to get into so many we be in the studio till 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Yo, I used to get into so many arguments. You don't know what niggas be doing. Like, but what I was going through was, you don't know, niggas could be smacking you in the face with a dick and taking a pig. I'm like, nobody in Flipmode is doing that to me. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. What y'all doing? Hold up. What the fuck are y'all doing in the studio?
Who said that?
That's
I would never do something like that.
That's all like, wait, what you mean?
We're gonna do something.
No.
She's like, no, this is the nigga they was talking about. No. No.
I'm like,
No.
I'm like, no.
No. Not like
Hell
that.
no.
Not like that. But I frustrated.
you put chocolate on somebody's face. Okay, like, something simple shit.
Word.
Like, I was having no wild
Put
arguments.
a cigarette in their mouth and let it burn down to their lips or something.
But we were in them studios. We was in that damn soundtrack studio 10, 12, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. And like, I felt like I've even heard, rest in peace, K Slay. I actually heard K Slay say on the radio, like, yo, Flip Mode is the hardest working crew I've ever seen. Like, these niggas is in the studio falling asleep with a pen in their hand. And it was like, why? It just seemed like it was so much easier for others than us. And
But why is that? Why was that?
Look at the product.
Look at the product? What do you mean?
Bus is asking for a certain level of unity, whereas it seems like everybody else is just kind of, here's your verse, I'm out. Whereas Bus wants to complete, let's hear the whole song before we leave and make sure that there's no holes in it, as opposed to you drop your verse and then leave. He drops his verse and then I drop my verse and then leave, and then we just somebody.
Was it a recreation of Leaders of the New that he was looking for?
I think the biggest problem was that people didn't really get to hear everyone as individuals. It was kind of like a Busta Rhymes and the Pips thing. I feel like we've just always been looked at as like, no one really like reached the heights outside of Busta because, unfortunately, with all of the politics stuff that happened and the label switching, like a lot of those, our second crew album fell by the wayside. People's individual projects got held up. Like nobody, I never even got to drop my second album. You know what I mean? So it's like, I do have one, that I dropped years later independently. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, that commercial, I never did anything to the level of Dirty Harriet. And, and even that stifles me sometimes. It's like when they start having them GOAT female conversations, it's like the knock against me is I only got one album.
Right.
So, I think there was that hindrance.
Well,
And you know, it's
I did notice that I don't know if you're familiar, but BT's doing this greatest crew of all time thing. And
Greatest rap crew.
greatest rap crew.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to get your shout out to BT. I wanted to get your take on this bracket, being that you pretty much know the culture,
okay.
and like you'll be able to range like, okay, that don't make sense. That don't. I want to get your picks on some of these crews.
Okay, is it like rated 1 to such and such?
No, it's like okay, these two against each other, and then they make it. Whoever wins that makes it to the next week.
Oh, so it's like a
Right.
like a battle type.
Right.
Okay,
I think they're gonna announce the overall winner at the BT Awards or something like that.
Okay.
Okay. Yo, Piff, you want to get in on this?
Let's go. Let's see.
Yo, you got Mike and Piff? Come on.
What we talking about?
Nah, some of them is like, yo, come on, son. Like, come on, son.
Yeah, there you go.
You got them? Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, boom.
This is gonna be very
This
interesting.
is gonna be interesting.
Okay.
Because we had a young
Right, because this is all new. So you
Yeah.
want to get honest reaction from
Honest
me.
reaction.
Okay.
Because you haven't seen it at all.
I haven't seen this at all. Had no idea.
Okay, cool. All right.
Shit, me either.
You ready?
Let's
Okay,
go.
let's go.
Ready for this?
Wait, why my heart beating fast?
On the East Coast,
Okay.
you got Wu-Tang Clan versus Dreamville. Who you picking?
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
That don't make no fucking sense.
Oh, like not one at all. Is that what we doing? Okay, I already see where this is.
But
You said it's somebody
already
that don't
see
like
where
you,
this
you
is
beat
going.
the game. You beat the okay. You
I
try
already
shit.
see
like you
J.
said,
Cole.
it's somebody that don't like
J. Cole fans gonna just
And I
outdo
love
this.
Dreamville.
Right.
But
They need more
Yeah,
time
man.
in. They should be
I can't
matched up against.
I can't compare 10, 15 years to 25, 30 years. Like I
Right.
hate these lists when they do
That
that.
should
Right.
be ASAP.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
ASAP Mob.
exactly.
I can see them with ASAP Mob.
Word.
This one is kind of fair.
Wait, do they? Let me ask you this: have they gone through the brackets? Like, are they picking their?
Not
or they-
yet.
Not
People
yet,
are picking
not yet.
now. You can
The
vote
beats,
on
yeah,
BT.com.
Oh, okay. So right now, everybody's voting on the brackets. Okay,
You go
got it.
to BT.com, vote, whatever. Tell them
Got
Hoffa sent you. Come here, check, niggas. All right. Native Tongues versus the Juice Crew.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
They went from easy to hard.
That's crazy.
Immediately.
So on one side, there's your mentor, the guy who got you a deal.
Deal, word. At 8 months pregnant. What you voting on, Rob?
On the other side,
I got Juice Crew.
on the other side, there's the crew you told me was your absolute
My
favorite.
rap crew
What?
ever.
Oh, somebody.
Juice Crew.
Yeah.
Somebody watched one of your interviews and put this together.
My favorite rap crew ever. I have been following them since I was a child. Like
Wow.
any of them had a show anywhere, I would do whatever. I'd steal a car if I had to.
Yeah.
To get to
Jersey.
that.
New Jersey Drive.
I was 12 years old with a fake ID sneaking into Sensations to
Not
watch
Sensations.
Big Daddy
12?
Kane. I was 12.
If you know Sensations, you know
And
how
look, and the security,
treacherous that is.
look, the security looking to the ID say I'm like 18 and shit with some titties and ass and shit. He looking at the ID, looking at me, looking at the ID, looking at me like, go ahead, yo, just go ahead.
Yeah, that's good.
Go ahead, watch Kane. Fuck, Kane nice, right?
She gonna be a rapper, yeah. She gonna be a rapper.
Oh
someday.
my
the
God.
other side of the bracket is Q-Tip.
The man who saved my
3 times in your story.
Wait.
Word.
Hold up. Let's define native tongue for the motherfuckers that don't know. We
Right.
talking daylight. We talking
Jungle
drive.
Brothers.
We
Jungle
talking.
Brothers.
Oh my
Jungle
God.
Queen Latifah, Moni Love.
Only love.
Yeah, but
Headed
that's
by-
still Juice
Oh,
Crew.
they
though.
didn't put Queen Latifah. Oh, I know why. Because she's in.
Like
she's in
Daylight
another
is
group.
really one of my I have fights in my head. Who do I love more between Daylight and Mobb Deep? Mobb Deep is really like my favorite group. But I like, oh my god,
Daylight Tribe and Jungle Brothers.
I got to go with Juice Crew.
Yeah, you gotta go with
I
Juice
love
Crew.
you, Tim.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
Them
you.
niggas
Oh
is powerful.
man, he got you a
G,
deal when you
Master
say
Ace.
most pregnant.
That nigga Cool G rap.
G.
Cool G rap taught me what a 16 bar is. Like
Right.
I learned how to rap from Cool G rap. Yes.
Wow.
Like he taught me that you don't just rhyme 2 bars, you rhyme 4 bars. You don't just rhyme the last 2 words, you rhyme all the words in that bar.
Yeah, right.
You make punchline, you double, triple entendre. Like I learned all of that
Man,
from Cool G rap.
And
Wow.
then came Big Daddy Kane.
So Juice Crew prepared you to get the deal from Q-Tip.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so
I'm
saved-
my
who
man.
saved
Prepared
your
a lot of
life?
Look,
Not
I'm gonna
bad.
be the referee.
If you
Like,
think
can we
about
just
it,
hug it out?
That's bomb.
right.
Yeah.
All your top MCs will say the same thing.
Who you pick?
Juice Crew.
Juice Crew.
Juice
All right,
Crew.
there it is.
I mean, Master Ace and you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Cool G.
God,
Come on,
Ace,
bro.
stop playing.
Yeah, how you gonna do it, right?
Yeah,
Shit,
man.
Shantae, fuck that.
Yeah, word.
Molly Marley.
See, I was a loyal nigga like Q-Tip. I got you. What I got?
I was with you, bro. But still,
Yeah, I know,
think about
it's
it
like-
now,
It's like,
Juice
damn,
Crew.
son. Everybody look at me like this nigga boss.
Word is born,
Yo,
bro.
I am like that little white girl in Kansas running around after Bon Jovi and them, like
Wow.
when it come to the Juice Crew. I, like,
It's serious.
it's Juice Crew for
It's
me.
good. Wow. All right. The Bad Boy Family
Okay.
versus Rough Riders. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, bad
Yeah.
boy. Yeah,
boy.
yeah,
Millisecond.
yes,
Going
bro.
bad
It's not
boy.
too many spitters in Rough Riders, bro.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
There's not too many spitters in
Yeah,
Rough Riders.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
question. Is that the
Yes.
deciding factor for you?
What? I mean, who we got? Dragon and DMX, and then the Locks.
The Locks?
And my son. But, like, my son comes
My
after
song
that.
wasn't
wasn't
really Rough
part of
Riders. It
Rough
was really Rough Riders.
He wasn't?
He just did a
No,
record
he was
with
on the first album.
Oh, okay. All right. So who you got?
Verse.
Versus Bad Boy, you got Biggie, you had Mace,
Mace,
you had
yeah.
the Locks. Bow.
Wait, time out.
And you had G-Dep.
Wait, hold on, because you counting the Locks in both crews.
Yeah.
That's why it's called.
See?
But you only got the Locks and Rough Riders.
Right.
So you got Bad Boy murdering things. You got Murder Mace.
Yeah.
Let's not talk, you know what I'm saying? You have Murder Mace. You have G-Dep. Then you have Black Rob.
But then the association of
Then you
Kim.
have Little Kim.
Junior
and then you
Mafia.
have, yeah, that's a body bag.
No, it's not.
It's not completely.
Wait,
Biggie alone, though.
Not completely.
No, that's
Who was
that's,
who you
to say
thinking
it's
about?
a body bag is a reach.
Yeah, that's not body
strong
bag.
reach.
DMX, bro.
Between
Like, you're
X, bro.
forgetting DMX.
X, bro.
Biggie and X, bro.
between
X
DMX, the
sold
Locks.
10 million in 1 year.
All right, but we talking about,
No,
so
I
you
ain't even
talking about
talking
battle
sales.
lyrically
we
or what?
talking DMX, the Locks, all 3 members of the Locks. We talking
Now-
Eve, which you
Drag.
drag,
So
and what he
then
did.
it would be like Eve versus Kim in that regard.
I think Bad Boy got it, man.
I don't think Eve would
Yeah, that's what
allow
I'm
us to
saying.
choose
Who
her
you
over
got?
Kim.
All right, I'm gonna give. I'm
I
gonna
don't
give.
think she would.
I'm gonna give.
I agree.
I'm gonna give Bad Boy the edge.
Going Bad Boy.
And
Oh, Bad Boy.
too.
But
Nah,
Puff
bro.
rap too.
Yeah, bro.
Okay,
Puff
okay.
count, bro.
Both don't count.
all right, hang
But
on. hang
his
on.
album should count.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
his
hold
album
on.
should
Compilation
count.
albums that
Hold
Yeah,
on.
okay.
Since we put in the Locks in both camps, let's remove the Locks from the conversation.
Well, no. They only belong to Rough
If we
Riders.
removing
They
the
only belong to
locks,
Rough
if we
Riders.
It's
removing
right,
the
yeah,
locks,
it's like
They
Rough
only
then
Riders.
it's
belong to
Biggie
Rough
versus DMX.
They only
Right.
belong to Rough Riders. When you ask,
Damn,
they,
That's kind of tricky,
the
though.
Locks
like,
asked to get off of one label so they could go to another label. Like they asked to get off of Bad Boy so they could be Rough Riders. So I only count them as Rough Riders.
Ooh, okay.
Listen, man.
But they still was fire. on
Notorious
Bad Boy,
forever. You heard?
That's a
Yeah, there you
Notorious
go.
forever. And you know what? Shout out to D.
I'm like, damn, I feel like I need to take a shot. I'm scared. I don't want to answer that.
Yeah, it's kind of
Look,
tough.
I'll take the shot. I don't want to answer that. No.
Nah, life after death. I'm sorry. Clean the house.
classic.
Clean the house.
It's dark and
Nothing
hell is
like
hot
it.
though.
All right.
Come on, man.
Rockefeller versus G-Unit.
Rockefeller.
Yeah, Rockefeller.
Rockefeller, yo.
Rockefeller, y'all.
Yeah, he kind of got, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, y'all didn't even get that a
Hey,
second
no,
thought.
no.
Nobody
I was
said.
about to say.
Nobody said. Wait a minute.
No, I was about to
Because
say.
it was only
let the
one
record
spitter,
reflect.
though, yo.
Let the record reflect.
That's
I
not
wore
true.
that G Unit crew album the fuck out.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get past song one at.
Yeah.
That shit was on repeat
Yeah.
for weeks
Right.
before I could even get to
the
song
other
number
song.
2.
Right.
But I mean, shit, Beans,
Bleak,
Hove.
Freeway,
State Prop.
State
I
Property,
mean, yeah,
That's
it's
kind of like being outnumbered.
Do you count Kanye?
Kanye.
You have to.
You count Kanye.
You have to?
Rockefeller?
For
You
what?
have to.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
He was given a
definitely.
Rockefeller
Yeah.
chain. You have to.
Okay, which brings me to the next one.
oh.
Good music
My green
versus the St. Lunatics.
Come on, man.
Who?
Oh,
St.
hold on,
Lunatic.
I gotta
That's
think
cold.
Who's the other group?
Nelly.
Good music.
Nelly.
Good music.
Good music, my guy.
Good music over
Yes.
St. Lunatic.
Yes.
Kanye, Pusha T.
Pusha T for
Two
president.
Pusha T for president.
Shout
I'm a
out
Pusha
to
T
Sahai,
fan.
man. I'm talking
Damn,
about battling
nobody
models.
count
Wait,
I don't know if y'all talking
Alright,
about
I don't
hits.
think Sean don't
okay,
get no love.
Okay, wait, time out.
I'm talking about lyric battling.
Wait.
Time out. Are they listing criteria?
No. This is
So
all
this-
solely
Black and
based
white.
on whatever criteria.
This is just
you
whatever
have.
the fuck. So that's
Yeah.
gonna be a shit show vote.
Yeah,
because
that's-
it's like there
Yes.
has there. I hate when they do things like that. Like there has to be some definitive criteria, even if they say okay, 20% lyrics, 20% showmanship. Like just give me something.
Yeah, something that
I'm always gonna be on the side of bars.
you're always gonna be on the side of bars.
I'm always gonna be on the side of bars.
Good. Because moving to the next one.
Who we got?
You got Shady versus Bone Thugs. Exactly. Exactly. Right.
And Bone Thugs.
Yeah, nobody. Boom, 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 boom.
No, I was about to say.
Nobody.
I haven't voted yet.
No, Bone got
Yeah.
bars
If
though,
you knew
and
what you were listening
and
to.
they music gave me a feeling that I wasn't getting from other rappers.
Now, let's be real. If it was
Crossroads
D12,
made me cry for
if
real.
it was
for real.
D12 versus Bone Thugs, y'all not. Y'all not.
Yeah, yo, shout out
Take
to the
it
homies.
easy, yo.
Yeah, okay, I'm taking it easy.
Take it easy. Shouts out
But
Basan.
I think boom, 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 boom is taking that.
He said,
Yeah,
when
hey,
you make it
pause,
shady.
man, pause that boom, 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 boom thing.
oh,
Yo, come on, man.
You got your arm up and all that.
See, now you gotta wonder. Is 50 Cent a part of that?
That's part of what?
A part of
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
signed to Shady Aftermath.
Nah.
Obi
Yes.
Trice, D12.
Yes, you have to count fifth.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Shady
saying?
You
Aftermath.
said you have to count fifth.
You have to count
You
fifth.
gotta
sure?
count 50 and Shady.
Yeah.
I don't know about
That's why
50
they got
Yeah, you
G-Unit
have-
up there,
G-Unit,
see?
Aftermath,
Yeah,
Shady,
you have
Interscope.
to.
It's twisted because some people are like part of
Like
the
you have
multiple groups. You know what I mean?
Slaughterhouse as well. You got to count Slaughterhouse too.
BT, y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all just trying
Gotta
to
count
niggas argue
Right,
forever.
right. You gotta count
Now he
Slaughterhouse. You gotta
definitely
count.
outnumbered. Now he definitely outnumbered.
Obi
Because
Trice.
All Bone
Obi
Thugs has
Trice.
is Bone.
Like,
Yo.
They never put out nobody else.
Yo.
They didn't put out nobody else.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
and
Shady is a crew put out like
I'm
5,
about
6
to say
different
that,
acts.
and that Dr. Dre train ran
Yeah.
Alright.
a long
what's the other
time.
one?
I don't know if that's
Wait, damn.
Depending on your next answer, you might never be on late night television.
Oh,
Why
man.
my heart beating so fast? I'm like the anticipation is killing me.
So Aquarians versus Griselda.
Wait, who?
So Aquarians.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, this is
Basically
crazy.
the roots, my
I don't know
nigga.
what that
Basically
is.
the
Nah,
roots.
No, it's
True.
more than the Roots. It's more than the Roots. It's the Roots.
Yeah, but
It's
Erykah
the whole
Badu.
yeah. I was about to
that
say
whole neo soul.
Yeah,
Andre
Goody
3000.
Mob.
Like,
That's
it's a
Oh,
lot.
nah, that's easy then.
versus Griselda.
versus Griselda.
I
Griselda's too
don't
new.
like that lineup. Yeah, only
easy.
because Griselda is too new.
See,
So
Griselda
I'm
would
go-
fall more in the bracket of
They
J.
should
Cole's crew.
they should have put
Right.
Dreamville versus.
That feels
But-
more
But
Right.
you know
in
what?
line.
That would've been a
I
good
feel like they
matchup.
were just trying to get people out of there real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dreamville
Yeah.
versus
But there are
Griselda.
people that's gonna pick Griselda.
I gotta go
I'll
with
be honest
with Black Thought. Like he in my top 5.
you. There it is.
Yeah, the Soul Aquarians is there. Q-Tips in the Soul Aquarians.
That's crazy. I know
Okay.
you know that that's what they were
Whole
called. as a
whole
collective.
collective.
Hypnotized Minds versus CMG.
Oh my God. Whew.
All right,
My head just got
I'm
hot.
lost right now.
let's do the side by side
shit.
comparison.
Hypnotized Minds was composed of Project Pat, 3-6 Mafia.
Right.
Yep.
CMG,
Et
you
cetera,
know.
et cetera.
Yo Gotti.
Moneybagg
Glorilla.
Yo.
Damn, that
See,
is
and
kind of tricky.
they got lineage
Yeah.
too.
Because it's like the up-to-date version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
So which one do you go with?
Now put CMG
Damn.
against Dreamville and let's do that. See, there
Nah,
you go again.
this was devised by a mastermind named Sam. Sam, we need to get you on the show, man. We need to
Yeah,
get
you
on
need
the
to
show.
answer for this bullshit.
I know he about to start some fights.
Right.
Yo,
This
I
you
ain't
must
gonna
have been
lie,
high on
CMG
this.
though is
You
like,
you picking CMG?
yeah.
Damn, man.
bro.
I'm going to go with the first joints, the Hypnotized Minds.
Hypnotized
man.
Minds.
But damn, I feel crazy saying that, yo. 'Cause like I said, it's the up-to-date version
Right.
of that shit, my nigga.
Right.
And you
But
know
which
what
one is?
Yeah. All right. I'm still gonna go with Hypnotized Minds. Cause I don't know what CMG really popped.
It's like Wu-Tang versus Wu-Tang Killer Bee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I'm still going with Wu-Tang. Word up.
Yeah.
Now, how
Word
did
up.
Killer Bees get dragged into this? They
Nah, but
They
he
somewhere
put
it
in
wasn't about minding their business.
Yeah.
Who you got, Digga?
Yeah. I think I like it. I still know.
Who you got, man?
You can't decide.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot.
I'm
gonna take a shot.
Side of water. All right, cool.
Wrong show.
Yo, bro.
Who you think?
Huh?
Who you think?
Yeah, right?
I'm gonna go with the OGs. They paved the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the answer CMG would get. You dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Right.
So I go with that. However, this next one, bruh,
Oh God.
this ain't even fair. The hieroglyphics versus the Death Row family.
Okay, so
Bro, who did this?
Okay.
Yo, Sam, what
hieroglyphics?
type of?
Hieroglyphics?
Come on,
Hieroglyphics
son.
and who?
So hieroglyphics is like
Hieroglyphics and who else?
Sapien,
Souls of Mischief.
Souls of
Bruh,
Mischief.
this is how we chill from '93.
Yeah, that's hieroglyphics.
19.
Hieroglyphics and
versus
versus who?
Versus Death
versus
Row.
Death Row versus
Oh.
Snoop Dogg.
versus Death Row.
Tupac
Jesus
versus
Christ.
Tupac? Come on.
Word,
I mean,
bruh.
for all intents and purposes, we gotta go Death Row.
They're
But
almost like
we
Damn,
as the outsiders
Right.
worshipped Souls of Mischief. Like those
Yes.
were our West Coast spirit animals.
Right.
That they made me can't wait to do a show in LA. Like, oh, they're gonna get me.
Right.
Like they're gonna,
Yeah.
you know. I felt like LA was more like-minded than New York for me as a Jersey artist.
Yo.
I know.
Both
I,
hieroglyphics.
$7 Call up Bridget. I mean, I can get you. Here's a 40 swingage. You know it's frigid. I got to put it
Yes,
in the
man.
cooler. Break out the ruler.
But Death Row, come on, y'all just
Yo.
blowing
I know what. Once they, if you guys vote hieroglyphics,
now,
the East Coast is winning this. Easy.
now,
go.
I mean, for the record, the hieroglyphics got got better lyricist than Death Row.
But there's no way.
But I mean,
there's
not
no
wrong.
way.
You don't
West
think so?
Side, there's no way.
Wrong. She's not wrong.
that,
Yeah, she's
But
not
there's
wrong.
no.
They got better-
Bruh.
She's not wrong.
But we're not making this argument.
I know,
We're
no,
not
no,
doing this, right?
we're not.
We're not
No,
doing this?
I know. I said I chose Death Row.
Okay.
However, Rah Digga is always on the side of bars.
And that's great because
But
by the next bracket, I'm gonna have to tell you,
oh god.
keep your head up.
Okay.
I ain't mad at you.
Okay. What's happening?
All right. See, now this is kind of crazy because then you got the
Say it, man.
NWA and the Posse versus the Soul Assassins.
NWA.
NWA, my guy.
Yeah, everybody's going NWA, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's like they're purposely picking people who overlap in the other groups. You know what I mean? All right. Oh, okay. I mean, I know where I'm going, but okay. I like that they paired this up. TDE versus Odd Future.
TDE.
Damn. Hold up. Damn.
TDE.
TDE.
TDE. Yeah, TDE.
People be forgetting SZA came from under there.
She's still on TDE.
Yeah.
No, it's
yes,
just
yes, yes.
Odd Future.
Shout out
They
to Sid,
put
she from Jersey,
out
too.
enough. They like Tyler's like their main.
Tyler,
Right.
Earl
I mean, I was
Sweatshirt.
about to say outside of Earl the Sweatshirt.
I like Earl.
Yeah, everybody likes.
And
everybody
shout out to the
like-
homie Damo Genesis.
But if you're talking about TDE, it's Kendrick,
J-Rock,
Schoolboy.
Absol, Schoolboy
Right.
Q.
Absol. Yeah.
You can kind of stop
And they
right
all
there.
are spitters. All
Right.
of them are
You
spitters.
can
Shouts out to
Stop right
Tyler. I
No, Tyler.
Tyler's fire. Yeah, he's
So
fire.
Tyler is special.
Tyler's
I
fire.
made this song about Tyler.
You did? Oh, wow. Why'd you do that?
try to talk slick.
Because he
before.
was trolling me on Twitter. Made this song.
Wait, really?
But then
Is it out?
Yeah, you don't remember
no,
that?
yeah, you could Google it. It's called The Nigga in Me.
Yeah.
It's called The Nigga in Me.
What was he trolling you over?
I don't know. He says he did some bullshit. I think he wished me like Happy Father's Day or something. I guess he was trying to call me. He was trying to call me a man or some shit. I'm like, oh
Yo,
nigga.
that's crazy.
You must don't know.
Yep.
And then you responded with the nigga in me.
Yep. And I responded with The Nigga in Me.
There it is,
I
there
sure
it is.
did.
Yo, Tyler, chill out, bro.
Yeah.
No,
Now I'm
I'm gonna tell you the illest shit about that was the next day we was performing at what was the shit what was the big festival that Paid Dues? We was both performing at Paid Dues the next day, and I wanted to get the record out before I saw him because I knew I was going to see him, and I didn't want to do no sucker shit like, hey, what up, da, da.
hit
And
the
then the
stage.
record come out.
Yeah.
I wanted him to have time to hear it. I wanted it to be out before I saw him. So when we see each other, it's like,
What's
and
up?
what, nigga? Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
So I got it out that night, and fucking Pitchfork premiered it like the next day. Like I think I got my Twitter blue check and everything. Man. Like that shit officially verified me. I was like worldwide trending and shit. Like, hey, and I saw this motherfucker the next day and shit. And I'm a fan. I know he got bars and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for him I'm watching his show. I'm waiting for him to come off the stage. And he walked past me. As he's walking towards me, like, oh shit, right. I mean, he kind of looked around to see who I was with. Oh shit, right there. I'm like, hey. And then he's like, oh shit. We ended up, then he pulled out his phone and shit and took a selfie. And then that pic started floating around that. So that everybody thought it was like a shit. Everybody thought it was like a stunt. I'm like, no, it wasn't a stunt. I meant what I said. He just, he ain't want no smoke, so I mean, it was all good for me, As long as he was cool, I was cool and shit.
So you're picking TDE.
Yes. I said I had to say yes. But shouts out to our future though, because
Right. Shout out to Odd
I
Future.
fucks with Tyler on the bars.
Okay.
Oh wait. Who's the singer from Odd Future? Frank.
Frank
Ocean.
Ocean.
Right.
Frank
Okay.
Ocean, yeah.
Him too. Yeah. No, it's still TD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still TD.
Sick With It versus Dangerous Crew.
Sick with it is be legit,
E40.
E40 be legit.
Right.
Yeah.
I should keep doing
Damn,
that.
who else?
Stop
There's
doing
other
that.
niggas.
Too Short, Ant Banks, Sean G, Goldie,
I didn't realize Goldie.
Rapping Ron, Spice One. Spice One, I know.
Oh,
Spice is
okay.
in
Okay.
Ron,
Okay. Damn, I still would go with.
Yeah,
I would say
Sick
E40.
with it.
Sick with it. Yeah.
Okay, sick
Yeah.
with it. Sick with it. We would
Okay.
with that. All right, cool.
Yeah, we choose. Okay, look and cut. Like and action. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with.
Sick with it.
Sick with it.
Sick with it. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, why they do that to T.I.? That's crazy. YMCMB versus Grand Hustle.
Yeah.
YMCMB.
Yeah, okay, all right, cool. We can
That's
move
it.
to the next one.
That's
No Limit versus Rap A Lot.
Damn, that's hard, bro. Not too much. I would say Rap A Lot.
You gonna say Rap A Lot?
Nah, I'm fucking with No Limit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard, man.
Oh, I didn't know you was gonna go that way.
Ghetto
thinking
Boy,
I'm thinking No
Scarface.
Limit.
Oh. Yeah, that is kind of tough, but
And my little cousin,
Yeah.
used to, on my journey, my little cousin used to tell me, you cannot fuck with me ex. Be like,
Oh shit.
my own little cousin, that's my sister and shit. But yes, my
Wow,
little,
that's crazy.
God rest his soul.
me,
and
it was
shit.
hard though, but nah.
He used to tell me I could not.
Oh nah,
fuck.
I gotta pick
He's
No
like,
Limit,
me ex, like, how she?
I don't mean to
He's like,
double
oh, yeah.
back, but I still gotta pick No Limit.
Yes.
Old school.
No
Old
Limit
school.
did more.
You know what? I gotta go Rap A Lot just for Scarface.
Scarface is a bar king though.
Yeah, Scarface meant a lot to me.
Now
Yeah, for
see,
real. That's what I was trying to say.
Well,
I'm like,
But
I'm
then you
saying,
had Mystical. You
I'm
had
trying.
other
Look, I'm
yeah,
trying to
but
use.
Scarface, bro.
Well, body
I'm
shit.
trying to use the overall package. I'm always on the side of bars, though.
Yeah, Scarface.
Like bars, yeah,
Yeah,
Scarface.
so that's it, Scarface.
Scarface is that guy.
So rap A Lot it is.
Yeah.
All right. Quality Control versus So Def. Where you going?
Damn.
Where are you going?
So Bow Wow, the Brat.
Quality Control
Cross.
versus
Quality
So
Control.
Def.
So we talking.
Oh.
I can't go with the bars now. I don't know what side. Lil Baby's cool.
Lil Baby Migos.
It's cool.
That's too.
Ain't Cardi B under their minute?
Yeah.
Nah, she's not
I'm
on
like, I'm
QC.
sitting here right now.
No, she's not. Under QC, no.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that.
I don't even
against
like
the
them
new.
verses.
It's not. It's just it's different times. It's different journeys.
Yeah.
Like you can't even compare the journeys. That's why I don't like.
So
that.
when in doubt, go with the forefathers.
OG. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go So Def.
I'm going so Def.
Shout out to Bow Weezy.
Yes.
Even though he was never signed to So Def. Did y'all know that?
Right.
What?
Never signed to So Def.
Damn, that's crazy.
So basically, JD was just looking him out.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
much.
My man was right.
he was propelling the name of So Def using Bow Wow. It's crazy.
Okay.
And the last and final one, remember y'all could go to BT.com and vote on these. Wow. MMG versus Dungeon Family.
Dungeon Family.
Brother, man.
Dungeon Family, my guy.
Oh,
What's wrong with Dungeon Family, my guy?
Bruh.
On Outcast.
Yes,
Organized-
Outkast, Killer Mike. You
Noise,
got
Organized Confusion.
Yeah.
yeah, word.
Yeah.
Even Future. You know Future from Dungeon Family.
They got Ricky up out of there.
Yeah, good.
Damn,
Yeah, sorry about that,
son.
Ain't nothing.
Killer
ain't
Mike.
nothing.
Maybach
Killer Mike.
music.
Andre
Maybe
3.
some other time.
Oh, that's cold. That's some cold
That's
shit.
cold.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, Ross wouldn't allow us.
I'm about to say
MMG.
we love.
You know what I mean?
We love Ricky
Yeah,
Rose.
I can see.
That,
Shout out to Wale.
on the Dungeon
Shout out to Meek Mill.
Yeah.
MMG representative.
Keep going.
Yes.
Say
Shout out to
again?
Ross.
Shout out to Gunplay. Shout out to Ross.
Yeah.
Ooh, gunplay.
Yeah.
That's
I
why I
fuck with
roll
Gunplay.
with the Bible on the dash. Oh my God. No, that was my shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stolly.
Yeah. But
Niggas even still in MG.
Dungeon Family.
Yeah,
Dungeon
Dungeon
Family
mean-
takes that one.
I mean,
I'm going with Dungeon Family.
Outcast is in Dungeon Family.
Yes,
it's,
bro.
It's like
That kind of clears everything out.
it's like
What was the
Andre.
nigga that said, watch for the hook?
Cool Breeze.
What? He was
stand for Cool
fired.
Breeze, who's known as the champ.
He was fired, dog. He was
Goody
fired.
Mob.
Yeah, man. Big
Yeah, I
Dip,
just brought
CeeLo.
Outcast, Goody Mob.
Yeah, Dungeon Family, my dude.
Like I said,
I'm sorry
when
if
is-
I hurt any of my friends.
The Young Bloods.
listen,
Young Blood.
it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
I just need everybody to remember to go to BT.com and vote for the hieroglyphics. Vote for the hieroglyphics.
Use the hieroglyphics.
Vote for the hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics.
No, I'm just trying to get Death Row out of there so the East Coast can win.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's basically it. My nigga, we know who this is coming down to, bro. Like, no, wait, do y'all?
So
No,
all
we
of these
don't.
brackets. Wait, whoa. So yeah, this is about to come.
Yeah.
This is about to come down to Death Row
Versus
versus Rockefeller.
Rockefeller?
Bad Boy.
I think.
I think
Or Bad
Bad
Boy. Maybe Bad Boy.
No
Wait.
limit.
Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang.
It's on your brain.
Hey, I'm telling you.
I think. I don't. You know what? No, I don't think so.
You don't
Only
think so?
because. Only because. Hey, Wu-Tang for life.
Let me tell you something.
I just feel like this younger generation don't have that respect for Wu-Tang that we have.
Listen, they grew up in a household where their parents walked in and greeted each other like, peace, God. So they gotta respect it.
No.
No other rap group made anyone change their religion besides
Like
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. That's a
Bruh,
fact.
that's
You wanted to know
I had
supreme
a-
mathematics.
I had a whole
Wu-Tang.
argument
Word.
with another rapper. When that versus happened between RZA and Primo, I had a whole You know what this person said? This person said, "Oh, Primo gonna clean him up. We're gonna just play a bunch of Wu-Tang records."
Yeah, nah.
I had this argument with another rapper. I'm telling you, yo, the millennials on down. I bet you know who do appreciate Wu-Tang like that though? The overseas.
Overseas, yeah.
It's okay.
They
If you're overseas,
if
remember to go to
I'm telling
BT.com.
you, these millennials,
You know what I'm saying?
Hieroglyphics.
Vote for Wu-Tang and hieroglyphics. Let's get them to the finals.
these millennials and the
Word.
what's the generation after that? Gen Alpha, Gen Z, all this whole that they don't
Listen,
they don't get it.
they might
don't get
not,
Wu-Tang
but
like
you
we
know
get
what? If that's the case,
That's the only reason why I feel
There-
like that. I feel like it's gonna be
So-
too
so-
many young people voting. That's going like
so on the East Coast is Wu-Tang, Bad Boy, Rockefeller. One of those three, right?
yeah, I can see that.
Does Rockefeller beat Wu-Tang?
Does Rockefeller beat Wu-Tang? Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I mean,
No. That's true. That's true. However,
Wu-Tang is Wu-Tang.
Yeah. Give me 10 members.
36 chambers, son. 36
You know what else too, though,
Triumph, the
Digga?
W.
What you said about the millennials, you gotta remember Wu-Tang recreated themselves with that Wu-Tang Saga series.
Yeah.
So they're having all
They're
these young
watching
characters. They're
I-
watching this shit
I
and they're
know,
consuming it.
but they don't feel what we feel when I'm
Oh,
rapping.
nah,
They
they didn't
came out,
experience
yeah.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
They
cool.
wasn't, they wasn't out.
Listen, there is a BT.com in Japan, so we good.
Yeah, they gonna.
Well,
They gonna
hopefully,
vote.
that's what I'm saying.
gonna vote
That's the
Wu-Tang,
only,
baby.
and I'm not saying this because of the work. I'm saying this because I'm thinking of all the people that are actually gonna be voting. Like they wasn't outside for when the MCs came and
girl.
out the
Back to back.
to snort cocaine.
Back to back. They wasn't there.
They wasn't
fact.
there.
Bruh, back to back.
I mean,
mean,
Old
just-
Dirty was bodying shit, man.
Come on,
All
man.
that
Word,
Jeez,
man.
yeah.
Old dirty bastard. Like, come on, son.
And then Riz as a producer, bro, he did Biggie's Long Kiss Goodnight.
Shouts out to
He did Kanye's shit. It's just
Yeah, Wu-Tang, bro.
Look, you
Sorry,
Wu-Tang.
bro.
it's immense.
Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang,
Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang, man.
Wu-Tang for the babies.
Facts. Wu-Tang for the kids.
Bring
Word.
the pain. You got too many classics, man. Shit that made us feel away, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The whole vibe, yo.
Facts.
For real.
Miss that shit, yo.
Facts.
Rock did, yeah, right.
Wu-Tang made me go.
Okay,
Listen,
come on now. Let's get into
I mean,
this.
Jay-Z made you
I'm
change your
about to
fucking
say,
clothes.
let's get into
my nigga.
Rockefeller right quick.
You wore a certain like
No, I get it.
Doubt.
I get it, bro.
Reasonable
But we
doubt.
talking about crew?
Reasonable
Okay, yeah, Wu-Tang.
doubt.
talking about that
Wu-Tang,
crew,
yes.
bro.
Yeah.
Cool. We
Yeah,
talking
you
about
gotta go
Doubt
with Wu.
belongs to this other crew. Graduation belongs to this other crew. I hear y'all talking. I hear it. But y'all making it sound like it's that easy to
No,
pick.
I'm not
No,
saying it's that
man.
easy.
No,
That's
my
what I
nigga.
said. Hold
You said
up.
Rockefeller.
Let's come back to Rockefeller
Beanie
now.
Siegel
Let's
alone,
analyze.
Like, yeah. Think about the hits that came from under that umbrella. Old Boy from Dipset. It's B seeking the place for young free. And I got
And I got
That nigga looked up.
I
Y'all making
got
it sound like
Mecca.
I do got one I do got one knock
Wu-Tang.
against Wu-Tang.
Why you
Yo, each individual,
you
my
keep
nigga.
telling me that
Triumph.
like I don't know who it is.
Triumph, brother.
Okay.
I got
Besides
best
that,
song
though,
ever.
we got Ice Cream.
I do got one
We got
knock
Bring the
against
Pain.
Wu-Tang.
No,
They never- Oh shit! What the heck? Wait, what
Never coming on this show. Way to
Cut out
go.
the footage. Cut that out the
Way to
footage.
go.
I'm just saying, you can't do this to Wu-Tang. You can't do this to Wu-Tang.
Because
You can't do this to Wu-Tang, bro. You can't do this to
Nah, yo,
Wu-Tang.
I gotta go with Wu over everything, bro.
You know this will make it so they demonetize it. I mean, you gotta take this.
No, we're gonna cut all this out. This is just for
Yeah.
This is for
we're cutting
our.
off. Matter of fact, mute this whole segment so they'll be like, what are they talking about?
Well, yeah, just a bunch of like.
You don't know what I just did. You know what I'm saying?
And we're back.
You don't know what I just did. You don't know what I just did.
And we're back.
I know you,
From that
your mouth
brief
is twisting
intermission.
crazy. I feel where you coming
I'm
from.
thinking about the voters.
Okay, hang
Yo,
on.
man,
about
but think of
overall
each
voting.
individual.
Bro, you can't.
What's your vote?
I'm undecided as of yet.
Wu-Tang.
I'm
Is it
Oh,
because of
bro.
other people's votes or because of how
No,
you
fuck
feel?
no, I don't care about that. Like I'm looking at the quality of the product from both sides. I'm thinking about the longevity of both crews. I'm thinking about who's put out all the material that both houses have put out.
I do have a knock against Wu-Tang.
Mecca.
Who-
Oh,
how
it's a big-
that?
and it's a big knock.
You're not
for
gonna
me.
walk up in here every week with baggy jeans on and vote for Bad Boy or Rockefeller, bro. You're not doing that. You're not, bro. You actually
You're
have
not gonna
you
sit
have
in
an
that-
up-to-date army jacket. You have an up-to-date army jacket, Mecca. You
not
was
gonna-
wearing it last night, Mecca.
Bro.
You was wearing it last night.
You're not gonna sit in that chair with skinny jeans,
Yeah, facts.
hugging your ankles,
It's okay.
creating a yeast infection, and tell me
Pause.
about all these fucking
Pause.
different sections.
I
of
know
hip-hop.
that's a pause.
Like,
pause.
no, bro, I'm thinking about the music that both houses have produced. It's not that clean of a sweep to me. We talking about Kanye's first projects. We talking about Beanie Siegel's first projects. We talking about all
That's
the
it.
property.
That's it, though.
We talking about all.
If you
No,
think
it's
about
not it.
Beanie
We talking
and
about
Jay
all the state
and
property.
Kanye.
We talking about Dipset. Then we ain't even moving the Hove's catalog yet.
Yeah, but nah,
y'all
let's think
y'all
about-
doing a lot to make it sound like it's a clean sweep.
Nah, it
Meanwhile,
is. It is.
no, it's not
it's
because
not a clean
name me Master Killer's album.
That's all right. That's
That's
out.
one.
Name
That's
me You
out.
God's album then.
That's
All right, that's
come on.
out
That's
too.
two.
All right,
Bruh.
now you got, but you
Name-
got
Bruh.
close.
Name me the
You got
product.
If I wasn't trying to get these
I'm
people on the
not-
show,
I'm not
I'll be
talking about
hitting you
who
back with
we
names
don't
right
have.
now.
I'm not talking about who we don't
Like,
have.
stop.
I'm looking at the chinks in the armor. That's all I ever do.
I understand, bro.
All right, chinks in the armor,
So
right?
find me-
Chinks in
find
the
me-
armor?
Find me the weak points, and I'll compare them to the other weak points, and that will give me where my answer
My
is.
nigga.
Well, I
The
did
purple
say
tape.
I do have one knock
Okay.
against
Purple tape.
Wu-Tang.
Iron
Graduation.
Man.
And Wu-Tang
Okay,
never put out
boom.
a girl.
Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
36 Chambers.
Yeah,
Reasonable
what you got?
doubt.
Okay. No.
Yes. Fuck out of here. Why not?
Wait.
Oh, why not?
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
you right, you
Dynasty.
right.
No.
Why not? I don't think you
Nah,
say
nah,
that.
it's a group.
No, it's not a group.
It's a group album.
It's no.
Wait.
Into the 36 is a
Sorry.
group album.
Yeah, yeah, you talking
Into the
about
36
group
Chambers
albums,
is a
right?
group album, nigga.
Then
No.
have
only
to
built
compare
for
with
Cuban
Dynasty.
links is
Dynasty.
only built for Cuban links
Dynasty.
is a group album.
State Property or Dynasty? That's what you would compare.
That's not what
the
I would
36
compare it to.
Well,
See that's why that's how y'all are chopping it up. I told you I'm comparing the music that the houses
Bruh.
have produced.
Bruh,
I'm not going
I
group
love
for
Hov.
group.
I love Hov.
Because one of them is a group.
But you're undecided.
And the other one is a crew.
But you're undecided between Reasonable Doubt, an album that wasn't really acclimated until later on in Jay-Z's career.
Who gives a shit?
Right?
Accolades.
Cool.
I'm not
All right,
talking
cool,
accolades.
cool,
talking
cool,
quality
cool.
of project.
And 36 Chambers, which was a bomb
Immediate
that hit
impact.
the fucking planet
Immediate
from
impact.
the rip.
What are we talking
What are you
about?
talking
here?
about?
What are we talking about? Because
Wait.
No.
Are we? Is that what we're doing right now? We're
Yo,
comparing 36
he's-
Chambers to Reasonable Doubt?
Yeah, he's
one of
doing
them,
that. He's doing
one
that.
of them. One of them
He's
is
doing
a
that.
crew. The
Bro,
other
you don't
one
even
is
sell drugs,
a
my nigga.
group.
Stop.
One of them is a crew. The other one's a group. What do we? The comparison is off from the rip.
It's greatest crew of all
Which is why
time.
I'm talking about everything that came out from under the umbrella.
So you're telling me you're gonna be comfortable. First of all, I don't even know if Jay-Z's gonna show up to this thing. You know what I mean? With Beanie Siegel, Memphis Bleak, and these guys walking out, accepting an award with Wu-Tang sitting in the audience.
What I told you is I was undecided.
I just asked you a question.
What I told you
I'm
was I
looking
was
for the answer to
undecided.
the
What I
question that I
told
just
you
asked
was
you.
I was undecided. That's
Right,
the first thing
and I'm
I
hearing
said.
you,
And
but-
I've never
but can you answer
gone
that
off.
question?
No, because I'm undecided. I'm undecided. I've never said one or the other. But it's not that easy of a comparison as y'all are making.
You're right.
Y'all are making it a wild.
I get it.
Weird.
I
Not to
get
mention
it.
the
But when
fact
we
that
talk
we've
about
already
crew,
covered the fact that there's
we're
no
talking about
criteria.
crew, bro.
So y'all are creating your own
Crew.
criteria to balance this shit off of.
Crew.
Which is why you're comparing 36 Chambers to the Dynasty album, and I'm not. Because there's no criteria.
But you said Reasonable
It's
Doubt.
under the same house. No, y'all are saying I gotta compare the group albums to the crew album. That's y'all saying that. But there's no criteria, which is why I'm not doing
All right,
it.
if there's no
I'm talking
criteria, then
about what's
yeah.
under the umbrella.
Then Jay will probably just go up against Wu-Tang by himself. However, it's greatest rap crew.
I'm not even saying that. One crew produced Reasonable Doubt, The Blueprint, Graduation.
It's not a crew. A crew did
What
not
crew
produce
did
that.
Reasonable Doubt?
Jay-Z
No,
and a
one
producer.
crew,
They don't.
Rockefeller had their logos on these projects.
But what crew was that far as Reasonable Doubt?
Rockefeller.
Oh my God.
But what's the part of
it's-
Rockefeller?
no.
It was just Jay.
No, it was whoa.
My nigga, was Reasonable Doubt
You're-
was just Jay,
you're-
Sauce Money, and fucking Memphis
No,
Bleak.
the crew of Rockefeller was everybody I just mentioned.
Now Kanye wasn't
Yes,
part of
he
Reasonable
was.
Doubt.
He had a Rockefeller chain.
He
Reasonable
was a part of
Doubt, my
Reasonable
nigga. Are
Doubt.
you listening to what you're saying?
Reasonable
Kanye
Doubt.
wasn't there.
Reasonable
Kanye
Doubt.
wasn't there.
Not Blueprint. Reasonable Doubt.
How are y'all not?
Kanye
That's
was
one
not
album-
there.
not part of that.
That's one album out from under the crew.
All right, I'm listening to what
How are
you're saying.
y'all
I'm
not
just saying,
getting
but-
this?
If you're gonna compare the crews, you gotta compare everything that both crews.
Thank you.
Solo albums.
Thank
group
you.
albums, everything.
How y'all not getting
How
this?
about Impact?
cultural impact.
Now,
They both have
now here's the
impact,
thing. Here's the thing we got to be honest about. Here's the thing we got to be honest about. Are we talking Jay-Z and Kanye's impact versus an actual crew's impact, or are you making an argument that everyone else had an equal share in what in Rockefeller being Rockefeller?
I'm not splitting up the impact of one member versus another member. I'm splitting up the impact of Rockefeller, Wu-Tang. Rockefeller's influence, Wu-Tang's influence. That's what I'm doing. I'm not, and I'm doing it overall. I'm doing it as an umbrella.
When you put it in those terms, I'm going with Wu-Tang.
Okay.
I'm going with Wu-Tang. Just
Who
like,
you going with?
I'm undecided. I haven't. I'm not.
All right, so tell us next time. Because we're not
How
gonna sit
we
here.
got
arguing
here.
with you.
But I
I
don't
don't even
think.
got
We're not
here.
doing that.
Like you haven't heard me try. I'm not trying to sway
Did
nobody's
track
argument.
listen?
But
I'm not trying
honestly,
to.
but
Did
it's
track listens?
crazy because
Said he-
I honestly don't think there's any other rapper that has impacted hip hop like Hov. So
Yeah, there's none.
like
There's none.
It's like I can't. It's hard to. It's
If
like
it was greatest rapper of all time,
yeah. It's
Rob,
like
we know like
it's like
nobody's
Jay-Z,
gonna argue
It's like
that.
Jay-Z
Nobody's gonna
battles
argue that.
himself and shit.
He
It's like
argued.
But
He
once they
argued
said
impact.
crew,
I didn't bring that up.
once they said crew,
but
then I gotta look at how did I look at everyone?
if we're talking crew,
Yeah,
right?
How did I
everyone,
look
each
at
individual,
everyone?
too.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Like
And
everybody.
Wu-Tang
in that
came out
mother-
as a crew from the beginning.
Sure.
Like everybody in that motherfucker
From the beginning.
was like,
Sure.
Ray was busting, Ghost was busting,
Hell yeah.
Deck was busting,
Deck,
Jizza was my
Jizza.
favorite.
Yes,
Fucking
Jizza and the deck.
Shit.
All right.
Shit,
Capadonna.
meth.
So by the criteria of who moved it, who were more of a
Influential.
tight knitted crew?
Oh, I mean,
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang is a
Right?
group.
Wu-Tang.
Right.
Wu-Tang functioned as a group, not just a crew.
So here's the thing. I think what Sam is doing over at BT is he's trying to figure out who's thinking of the actual title and who's just picking out people that they like.
Okay.
So they put Wu-Tang up against Dreamville, which don't make no sense. But
That doesn't-
if you're a J. Cole fan, you might just vote Dreamville, even though it don't make no goddamn sense. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The individual.
Oh no, Sam's fucking
Leader
up.
of the crew.
Sam's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, he's doing it on purpose.
Clickbait is like a
So,
motherfucker. I
so
don't
being
even mad at
that,
him.
We gotta talk,
if we
Sam.
went
Shout out to
Wu-Tang,
Sam.
Jay-Z,
Shout out
bro,
to Sam.
like, come on, you know?
The goal was to get
crazy.
people
Yeah.
arguing. Shout out to Sam because we
Yeah,
just did it for
and
him.
then here we are. Here we are. You know what I mean?
The goal was to
Salute,
start an
salute.
argument as
Right.
opposed to getting that to the bottom of shit. Shout out to Sam.
In the barbershop.
You
I'm
don't
sorry, I'm
ever
sorry.
want
My phone just started playing. I don't know what
you
happened
don't
there.
ever want him on
And
my
we're
show.
back again.
No, crazy. Come on,
I
man.
can't tell by what you doing. You never going to the
Brooklyn
Rock
thing,
Nation
though.
brunch, bro.
If Queensbridge was on that list, my
They
nigga.
gonna ban you from the Rock Nation brunch. That's all I know. It's time to put a suit on. You have
Listen,
to
if
stand
they'd have put the Bravehearts on that list, and yo, shout out to Wiz. Wiz is that's my nigga. That's like my nigga. I would have been here like, come on! ROC.
I got one for you real quick. Who y'all think like had the illest, longest run out of the boroughs?
Queens.
Yeah, salute for real. I'm a Jersey man. I think Queens had it. You
The
got
longest run out of the
and
borough.
ill
Out of
and
Brooklyn
longest
Queens,
run.
bro.
Like I'm talking about like had a fucking era where niggas
Brooklyn.
was just
Queens.
Brooklyn. Sorry.
Queens.
We make kings.
we
make-
behead
but listen,
Queens.
like
We make kings.
We behead them.
That's
Queens.
cool, but you didn't behead the one you were supposed to behead.
He's the one who gave up.
You know what I mean?
Backed out.
My man came through and he kind of, you know what I mean? Your rain on the top was short like leprechauns, you heard?
Super ugly sound like cop and police to me, but go off, homie.
Nah, you wildin'. Super
off,
ugly.
homie.
That's a Brooklyn nigga song right
Go
there.
off, homie. We did one song.
Well, Nas is my favorite ever. So what we talking about here?
that's what I'm saying. You got not. I mean,
No,
just
but
to
okay,
think about.
but if we talking about runs,
You said run.
from the time Biggie
But right now,
Was
if
in
you
the
go in
game
the club and say it's Brooklyn in the
Jay-Z,
house, it's a goddamn
That was
In
a
and
ball
out of
time,
the game.
bro. That was a ball
Bruh,
time.
that's
Jay-Z still
dominant.
rapping. Jay-Z still rapping,
That's
bro.
never
dominance.
ends.
but let's
That's
include
dominant.
impact,
Nas is
long
still
run,
rapping.
Now
and
you added.
ill.
Hold on,
That's what I meant to say though. I meant to say that.
He added shit.
Run DMC.
Cool.
Since Run DMC, Queens been kicking them out.
Cool. However,
You got run.
However, in New York City, there's only 3 rappers that they placed the crown on top of,
Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
and 2 of them are from Brooklyn. So let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone. Let's leave it alone. Let's leave that alone.
Yeah, this guy, yo.
Let's leave it
My
alone.
nigga.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man alive, women alive.
do.
I mean, check this
problem
out
is they
though.
really
If we
do.
talking Queens, we talking
LL.
Run DMC,
All the
LL.
way to Nas. All the way to Nas.
All the way.
Nas.
Get it.
Nas.
Oh, you gotta keep
AZ.
going.
Hold on.
Well, you can throw
I mean,
Kane
not
in
AZ,
there.
excuse me,
You can
excuse
throw
me.
All the
Kane in
way
there.
to Nicki Minaj.
Kane is going to disrupt somebody's
Nicki
shit.
Minaj.
Nas is still making music.
Kane is going to disrupt somebody's shit.
All
talking
the way
Queens,
to,
though.
all the way to. I'm
talking
saying if
Queens.
we're talking Queens, we starting.
Tribe Called
See,
Quest.
Brooklyn is
I'm saying if we
different, my
talking
nigga.
Queens, we
This is
talking
Jersey talking, Nate.
Look,
Jersey talking though.
Jersey
My
talking.
nigga.
from Run DMC.
Well, I would say
all the way
Brooklyn
to
and Queens
Nicki
was neck to
Minaj.
neck.
Bruh.
That makes sense.
But,
Queens
but,
got
but if we
Queens.
talking about doing incredible shit, and
Run
we're talking
DMC.
about, oh my God, I
Run
can't
DMC.
believe that just happened.
Run DMC.
What are you talking about?
Run DMC. Nobody would be on MTV if it wasn't for Run
And
DMC.
Big Daddy Kane got covers more epic than shit they was doing, bro.
You
bugging.
well, okay,
You
go
bugging.
yeah, walk out the
You
door.
bugging. He got
walk out the
pictures.
door.
He just
Walk
got
out the door.
pictures.
Walk out the door. Walk out the door. Walk
Like,
out
bro,
the walk out the door.
wow.
Walk
Her?
out the door.
Oh shit, that's
Run
crazy.
DMC.
Who's the first person to pop from Brooklyn? Like to really reach a status? Kane, probably, right?
Reach a status
Ask
from
the
Brooklyn.
Brooklynite.
Run DMC, LL, all of them way before Kane.
Yeah, they wasn't sharing that money out there.
And look,
MC Shan, Mobb Deep, Nas,
Bro.
and the Queens run goes
Capone
all the way to
and Noriega,
Nicki.
even them, like,
cool.
you know what I'm saying?
Like all the way to, and that go all the way to Nicki Minaj. Like
Nicki,
it's
50.
50,
it's
Queens
like-
get the money.
yeah.
Ask Russell Simmons.
You said you said who had the longest run.
I mean,
Yeah.
ill
Brooklyn.
and run. though.
Brooklyn,
like,
bro.
like was nice with it
Gotta be Brooklyn.
and run.
not
But I
Brooklyn.
would say they run
Son.
neck to neck now,
not-
just
it's
thinking
not-
about
it's
it
not
though.
However,
Gotta be Brooklyn,
any
son.
motherfucking club you walk into, you say it's Brooklyn in the house, they
That's
lose
a
their
fact.
goddamn motherfucking
That's a fact,
minds.
because those motherfuckers
So
do not
Brooklyn
stay
doing
home.
something right.
Yeah.
They don't want to be home. That's all that is. They don't stay home.
We everywhere, baby.
No, I salute it, but if you
Everywhere.
ask the question,
Let's do. Shouts out to Brooklyn. Shouts out to
what you say, but you
and
won't
from
say
Queens.
Yeah,
I love
Burger
everybody.
King,
I love
Old Dirty.
Queens. I love Brooklyn.
Yeah, they running neck to neck, yo.
Yeah,
Hard
son.
body.
Yeah,
That,
there's no-
that
there's no-
question.
Fuck that
question.
Jersey, man. Fuck these New York niggas. Fuck that. Fuck that Jersey. Rah Digga, Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill versus everybody. Jersey out this bitch.
Yeah, right, bro.
that's
Yeah,
a
that's
murder.
That's a whole murder, though. That's total murder.
That's a murder squad.
Come on, man. We starting five. What? Wait, hold up. Digga, Lauren, Queen, Heather B.
Are you just going females? Strictly females?
I was
Yeah.
just going, but I'm
I
just,
throw Redman in the mix whenever they start talking about jerseys. Who,
Fuck that. Let's go, Jersey.
Bricks.
Hold on.
And Jersey's
Does
still
that,
going.
would Jersey have the illest female squad?
Uh-oh.
Out of what though?
Yeah,
Talk
compared
about
to
it.
her.
Compared to what, man?
compared to any other
Compared to any other
spot.
borough.
Doing the boroughs.
Because most of the boroughs are only claiming a couple of women.
Yeah, so it's only like two.
Maybe one each. Out of Brooklyn, MC Light.
Oh,
Yeah, like
Kim Fox.
Oh, y'all
I
talking
think
about
Brooklyn
new
would give us
or
MC
Or-
Light,
Brooklyn
Kim and
give us-
Foxy.
You got
MC Light, Kim and Foxy.
You got Light, Kim, Foxy.
Queen,
It's-
Lauren.
I love it. Man, more Brooklyn women, no?
I'm listening.
Damn.
Wait. Oh, shit.
I'm talking about who,
Now I'm trying to think of all the women.
I'm naming who's gonna compete.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
thinking-
I'm naming who's gonna compete. Queens, Nicki.
Yeah, it's really a dub.
Where's Roxanne Shante?
Roxanne.
Queen.
Oh, wait, hold
Shantae.
on. Jean Grey in Brooklyn.
Jean Grey's from Brooklyn.
Jean Grey in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Jean Grey's from Brooklyn.
I mean, we got
Shantae's
you.
from Queens. The Juice
Shantae.
Crew. Shantae's from
Actually,
Queens.
she was moonlighting in Jersey.
For
Shantae was
real,
moonlighting in Jersey.
She just got claimed.
Yes,
She just got
Jersey
claimed.
is claiming Shantae.
Shit. Philly is Eve.
Philly is
It's
Eve.
That's
Jade.
it.
What about Miss
That's it, bro.
Jade?
Ain't
Remember her?
others.
Jade is we got Philly girls. Who else besides Remy in the Bronx?
Bronx
Well, we
is
got
Bronx.
Card-
Bronx is
Remy.
Cardi.
Cardi, Remy,
All right,
and the new
who's-
chick Scarlett.
Scar-
And she from the Bronx, right?
Who are some of the OGs?
No, Scarlett, I think, is from Brooklyn.
Yo, Yo, the West Coast has never had a poppin' female rapper.
Boss.
Yeah, Rage,
Boss,
Yo,
Rage. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Try to play me out.
and
But
Rage,
since
and Rage
then,
still, and Rage Pen is
nobody,
still
right?
the shit
From
right
LA?
now.
Yeah,
Since
Rage
then,
Pen
nobody.
still get busy.
That got
Rage still.
popping.
Up and coming now.
Wait, don't y'all
you know
have
what I'm
y'all got Lady Luck too, right?
saying? Yeah,
Jersey,
yeah,
come on,
right.
Jersey.
Luck's from
Let's
Jersey.
go,
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah,
They got
female,
five
female.
right there.
Brooklyn got Remy.
See, I'm always thinking of the radio girls.
No, Bronx.
Shout out
Remmy's the Bronx.
to
Nah,
Luck,
Brooklyn.
cause
Remmy's from the Bronx.
Nah, Brooklyn got Remy.
Oh, for the love of God. Here you go.
Shout to Pat, yeah.
that's a Bronx girl.
Remmy's from the Bronx.
That's how
The
my
chain
shit
she
went.
used to rock was the emblem of the Golden Lady,
Yo,
which
you
was
know
the
what's
illest strip
crazy?
club up there.
That's crazy.
You know what's crazy? You know what's one of the top female rappers from California? And she's labeled as a rapper, not a pop artist? Doja Cat.
Word?
Doja Cat is heavy
Wow.
business.
Doja Cat.
Heavy business. And I heard her next
And she
album's
got
gonna be
bars.
all bars. I heard her
Yeah.
next album's not gonna be no pop shit.
I'm looking forward to it.
Crazy.
Look
Me
it up.
too. She's a
Like
beast.
I could listen to her pop songs until she got bars,
Female
but I
rappers
never
from Los
heard like
Angeles.
I had never
She's a little brother fan.
I had never heard of her.
Yo, this dude
She's
don't
a Knife
stop.
Wonder fan. She got on.
Yeah, little
I saw-
brother.
I saw her on Twitter one day saying she wanted an album produced by Knife Wonder. I want to hear that Doja Cat. I mean,
Yeah, that'd be dope.
do what you do, meow meow on the red carpet and all,
Doja, we
but
love you.
Boo.
Come on the show.
oh, she was just meowing at the Met Gala.
She started off mooing.
Yeah,
She started off with the move.
And at first, I didn't even know she had bars like that because that was the first thing I ever heard from her was that
too.
move.
Yeah, me too.
So when her name would come up in a rap conversation, I'm like, I know you ain't talking about the move, bitch. Like you can't be serious.
Right.
Then I heard like she was out there
joints.
ciphering in Leimert Park and stuff, and I did some research. I'm like, oh okay,
yeah.
but I had still never heard like a verse.
Yeah.
But then like I do like her music, like
How you feel about the ladies right now?
the girls now.
Yeah, doing they want to.
I like that they don't have to be so reliant on men. Like from my era, like you had to be a chick in
You
a
had to be a
clique.
first lady.
You had to be.
Right.
You had to be attached to somebody. 'Cause
Right.
there was some dope chicks that just I feel like didn't go the distance because they didn't have that. Like I used to love Sonya Blade. Like I had her on my first album, but it was like I feel like she could have been in the conversation with the rest of us if she was like
In a crew.
in
that
an
was doing
identifiable crew like that.
Right.
Shouts out Sonya Blade.
Word.
Only female ever made me rewrite a verse. I was like, oh. I heard her in the booth like. Balling my shit up like, wait, what?
Gotta bring out the big guns for this one.
I'm like, oh shit, I got to go in the composition, bitch.
Have you ever thought about do they reach out to you? Do they you ever get the shout outs? Like, yo, shout out to Rah Digga, shout out.
I do. I do. A lot of the underground girlies. Like I've never established contact with any with any of the commercial the ones that are like on the main stage right now. But I shout some out. Like I'll do shit like, damn, I fucks with Lotto or some shit like that. She'll retweet like, oh my God, I wouldn't even know I was on your stratosphere. Like, no, I hear them country ass bars. They still bars. Bars.
They still bars, yeah, facts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I can decipher through all of the twang and stuff. Like, nah, for sure. But definitely, more so from like the spitter girls, like the spitters.
Like Scarlett.
I have not met her or but I fucks with her. Like I've only heard 2 joints. Like I don't I don't know if there's a whole discography out there yet, but I definitely
So it's on the way.
I like what I heard.
She's making a lot of noise.
I do like the fact that the girls are getting back to like, fuck that, I'm the nicest. Cause I felt like that went away for a long time. Like when like the girls, this sounds so old headish. Back in my day, like but you know, my era of women, because we were like the only female in these male crews, we were kind of battling the guys. Like I was in the studio trying to be nicer than Busta.
Right.
Shauna in the studio trying to be nicer than
Luda.
Luda.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's
Shout
that,
out to Shauna.
like that was top 5 for me.
Yeah,
she
she
one of
gets
my
it in.
Shout
yo
out
my
to
top
Shauna.
5 of girls who I would go get right now. Like if I had to go to Rap War is fucking is Shauna, Rage, Bahamadia, rest in peace, Gangsta Boo would have been one for any of the southern bitches, and me. Like that's my
Not Lauren?
no. She's my top 5. She's my top 5. Like there's greatest of all time
right.
artists.
Uh-huh.
Like Lauren is on my Missy, Lil Kim, Queen Latifah. She's on that list.
Right.
You know,
The girl I'm going to get right now, if I gotta go battle a bitch, yeah.
You know what?
You know
Shout
what?
out to Chica. Chica doesn't
Oh,
get
shouts out
she don't
Chica.
get enough love, and her pen is nice.
Shouts out Chica. Shouts out Tierra Wag.
Tierra Wag
Tierra
gets it
Wag
in.
is nice too.
I feel like Megan would spank a lot of chicks for some reason.
Yeah, Megan has. I like Megan bars too. I wish she diversified her portfolio a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I understand if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you hear the
If-
structure,
if
you
it
hear what
ain't-
she putting together, it's
if
like,
it-
yeah, if you was mad at somebody, I could see it going a certain way.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, no, she definitely.
Right.
I know she got it in her. I mean, Q-Tip saw it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I know it
Say
exists.
less.
But right now, she's just part of a. You know, she's just part of a system where she has to produce. So
Right.
it's like she has to do that thing until. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's going to do that thing
Right.
until it doesn't work anymore.
Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I sold 5 mil. I ain't been rhyming like common sense.
Exactly.
I get it.
Exactly.
There's nice little. I see a lot of your influence sprinkled around. Like I'm nice. It's not about how I look. It's about what I can say. And I'm cute, but I'm nice first. And I'm a beast, and I write my own shit.
I see
and
that.
I'm compared to you. Compare me against anybody, and I will fuck them up
I'll
on the
bite
track.
your motherfucking
Yeah,
head off.
Yeah, period. And there's nothing you can do about it. I've
Facts.
watched you work. I've watched
Facts.
you do your 1-2. I've seen what you've come to the studio with. I've gotten to hear shit that nobody else has gotten to hear, and everyone, you've never let your shit slip, ever.
I do
Like,
my
ever.
best.
And you
Yeah.
do it like people are listening.
We
And
aim to
somebody's gonna
please
say
over here at
something.
Lyrics Matter LLC.
No, you aim to kill. You
I
aim
mean,
to kill. When
you
I
know.
see that, I see your influence. In
Yeah,
a lot,
I definitely, I've met your influence in person.
Never leave home without it.
I tried-
Wow, she's got a
Never leave-
compass.
Wow.
Never leave home without it. Never leave home without it.
Yo, I tried to get Remy on like a relationship record, and all she wants to do is try to out-rap me or something. I'm like,
Yeah, see, it's
like-
that's shouts
I
out
don't
to
wanna
Bird. That's
battle
my
you,
that's
Remy.
my spirit
Stop.
animal,
Yeah,
sis.
right.
Yo, our initial meeting was the funniest shit ever. The very first time we ever met each other or had any kind of conversation. For like the first 5-10 minutes, we had to clarify what each of us was saying in the song. Like, wait, was you talking about me on that? Oh, cause I ain't know. Hey, but like our first meeting, was like, we met in Puerto Rico at like one of the DJ power summits or something like that. And it was like, hey, what's up? Real quick. Was you talking about me on that record? Nah, but I thought you was talking about me. I ain't gonna. I thought you was talking about me on such as. Nah, I was talking about such as. Oh yeah, I don't fuck with that bitch either. Like that was our introductory conversation and
Right.
shit, and we've been like family ever since.
That's dope.
After that, we just finished vacationing and shit.
Shout out to
That's dope.
MC Light for putting the gauntlet down, and Shantae for putting the gauntlet down with
Right.
women who were rhyming, were about their pens.
Right.
Shout out to Mumu Fresh and Saba the Goddess and everybody
Yes.
else who's on that same wave today, just murdering shit, girl code, everybody out
Shouts
there.
out my girl Lyric Jones. That's my baby.
Shout out y'all Rah and Cali with the gold chain.
She fucking sing, rap, and play the drums. She will outbar you out. Bitch! I'm like, yes.
That's
I
what's up.
love
to
to see it.
Shauna and everybody. Yo, just
Women, man, y'all can't do this shit without. Shouts out to Shy Rock, the first female rapper. How about it? We give Sha Rock some love. And if you're around the first Saturday in June, I believe that's June 3rd. I am hosting Sha Rock Day. She has an honorary. She has her own honorary day. It's the first Saturday of every June at Gun Hill Park. I've been hosting it for the last. This will be my 3rd year hosting it, but. Yo, you want to see the Pioneers come out and spit some bars? You want to see Melly Mel come out and spit? Like,
Shout out to Melly Mel.
Yo, it's so, but it's. I mean, you know, some of them you just appreciate what they contributed to the game, and then there's others that's like, oh shit, you still busting nigga ass, huh?
Yeah.
That mother don't play with Cass.
Yeah.
Don't play with Cass.
Oh nah, nobody.
Don't play with Grandmaster Cass.
That's only for the foolish.
He will whip you little whippersnappers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's only for
he
the
got that
foolish.
look in his eye.
What? Don't play with Cass.
Like he don't laugh too
play
hard
with
around
him.
me, and I'm like,
don't.
it's that battle rap shit.
Play with him.
It's that battle rap shit.
Yeah.
Word. So what's next for Rah?
What's next for me? Well, I have a funny you should ask that. I want to get back into film. I actually shot a film. I did a film. It's not out on streaming yet. It's making its way through the festival. A little independent joint I did called Stars.
Right.
I'm playing a homeless, mentally ill woman who thinks she's Oprah Winfrey. I think I'm
Wow.
Is it based on a true story?
No, it's no. There's actually a group of us. Like there's one woman who
Wow,
thinks.
I thought it was about. But anyway, now go ahead.
Oh no.
Yo, blank that out.
See.
Blank that out too.
See,
Blank that out too.
Yeah.
Blank that out
Yo, Matt with the
Blank
smoke.
too. I'm serious though.
Yo, you funny. You got jokes. You got jokes. So yes, there's a group of us, homeless women living in a shelter. I mean, and the shoots was brutal because like I literally during the winter I was literally sleeping under the Brooklyn Bridge, freezing my ass off, like and cut like you know we were doing it.
Wow. Wow.
And then a life-changing event happens for all of us. So I'm gonna just leave it there. But yes, that will be available at some point. I know it's doing that whole like film circuit.
Are you
thing.
listed in the movie as Rah Digga, or should we look for a different?
No,
name?
it's right. I'm listed as Rah Digga.
Okay, cool.
I'm listed as Rah Digga.
So,
I mean, it's super gritty indie. Like it'll probably be on like Tubi or Amazon.
Whatever.
But I'm saying you gotta look there. Like don't look on. It ain't gonna be on HBO. That's what I'm saying. Like, go down look Freevee, one of them. Shit. It'll pop up somewhere. But no, it's dope. Like it's I wanted to try that kind of acting. Like, can I make myself cry? Can I
Right.
So
challenge yourself.
yes, exactly. So, but I actually wanna do more of on the executive side. I got like a bunch of brain children in my head that I'm thinking like, ooh, I want to do an Outsiders series the way the
Wu-Tang
that
did it?
Wu-Tang. Outsiders got
That story's got to be
Outsiders got
Super
some
stories.
fun, some stories.
Just
Like how can I? It's like you wouldn't even believe the stuff if I tell you. It's like you gotta see it play out. It's like how can I explain to somebody that Pace and Z were physically fighting on the fucking luggage carousel, going around the carousel.
Oh shit.
It's like you gotta see that shit
Right.
to believe.
Wow.
I want to make a series about my niggas.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like it's like I could show you better than I can.
Are you
tell
guys still cool? Y'all still
Outsiders?
good?
Oh yeah, we just got finished doing a tour. We do like little
Spot
mini
dates?
tours all the time. Yeah, like really me and Z more so. Like Pace will do it if it's like local, if it's right there. Like he's not traveling to really do it the way. But I mean, I'm still on the road. Z's still on the road. We use a lot of, we use some of the same booking people. And, you know, when it comes to that boom bap nostalgia and shit, they, like a lot of promoters, a lot of demographics actually identify me as outsiders more than Flipmode. When I go overseas, it's all with outsiders. Like they introduce me as Rah Digga from the outsiders when I go overseas. It's only like here in the radio markets, it's like you gotta say Flipmode or Busta Rhymes. Oh, Rah Digga, Busta Rhymes, okay. But those markets, they recognize me as an outsider.
And you and Z is still cool.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we co-parent at the end of the day. That's important to me. You know, like you gotta, you know, it's like I got one human being in this world that I'm responsible for making sure she's okay, and this is the other person in the world whose sole mission is the same as mine. Right. So it's like. Yeah. I know, you know, I know it's not always like that for people that co-parent, but you gotta move like we gotta move like
that's
that.
The thought.
Especially as especially as black people, like even if we're not gonna be together, whatever, like you gotta, you know. I tell
my kids' moms all the time.
Gotta rock like that. Take a village.
If anything happened to our kids, ain't nobody gonna hurt more than us. So we gotta figure it out.
Like, yeah, like we always got to be on the same page because of that person.
Right. The relationship talk outside is like really heavy right now. Black men, black women, et cetera, et cetera. So it's nice to see when it works.
Yeah.
It's really cool, especially since y'all was in the spotlight. You might have been the first married hip hop couple I've ever heard. Y'all might have been it, like first.
Yeah. Well, we never physically got married.
Oh, I just assumed.
We were never legally married, but like for the pretty much the duration of my career, we were. We had a very, you know, decades long.
It looked like
relationship.
Yeah, that's why you don't assume, Mecca.
Oh, hush.
You do research.
I mean, I guess if you know,
common law, they were married.
I was about to say, in certain states, common law would, would say that.
I don't know how long they were together. Like,
yeah, Rah Digga married her. Oh,
it's not like they were telling you back. No, when certain artists are before the internet, there's a lot of good information that they can keep out of the way if they want.
Yeah, I was about to say, remember when it wasn't cool to reveal your personal life? Would you ever imagine that there was a time where do you know how panicked Elektra was when they found out I was pregnant? When remember, Sylvia Rome saw me in the Cowboys video. When I showed up to the office, I was 8 months pregnant. Oh, there was definitely a conversation about that. Like, oh, Wayne, you ain't tell us the bitch was pregnant. Is this going to be a problem when it comes time to record? You know, Tip had to reassure her, like, she just got off stage. Trust me, you're not going to have any problem getting music, getting bars out of her. Right. So,
do you have any footage of that?
Huh?
You have any footage of that?
You know how long I've been trying to get it?
Somebody had to record
Somebody's got to have that.
Right?
Lived one of them.
They didn't have cameras on their cell phones. I don't know, man.
Somebody had to record that.
Lyricist Lounge and I have been trying to wrangle up this footage forever. Wow. We have literally put out APBs like this. Just a
picture.
Somebody got to have something.
Like,
somebody
that's different.
Something. I know Lyricist Lounge doing some underground shit, but somebody had a camera.
You know what's gonna show up when I'm gone. When I'm gone, some photographer will be like, "Oh yeah, I got it." They're gonna make an NFT.
Not an NFT.
Shalom Remy's gonna make the joint for you with the speaker.
Somebody gonna come up with all the shit.
Thankfully, we were here to hear your story and honor you before you're gone.
Yeah. Thank
we can tell you to your face how much we love you and how much we respect
you.
Appreciate that.
We love you.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I had to get here before the weather got warm so I could rock my Universal Attributes coat. Yes, this is the right. So I collaborated with a brother out of Raleigh. Shouts out Black Storm. But this is his line, Universal Attributes, and this is my spinoff, the Rah Rah. This is the rah-rah
This the
code.
rah-rah?
Look out for it in the fall. It'll be coming in leather. It'll be coming in patent leather. It'll be coming in different colors. But yeah, all camouflage, everything.
I need a couple.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
You hear that, Black Storm? Math, Hoffa,
Hook me up.
a universal attributes rah-rah edition.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And we out of here.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.